on the job site, and you always do the same thing. And you're like, no, don't do it. Okay.
So, we're going to talk today about front kicking, okay? The straight kick, kick off. We've practiced with the low kick, and we've practiced with the high kick, or the middle kick, excuse me. So now we're going to do a kick off, and with the kick off, we're only going to aim at stomach level, okay? You don't want to go lower than that because obviously then you're talking about a groin kick. And the groin kick, again, is that quick throw of the hip. We're not, exactly, single motion. We are not cocking and then, or loading the chamber and then releasing like we are with the low and middle kicks. When we do this, the difference with a straight kick is our body's going to be upright. Okay, we're not going to lean back. So when we do this, we're going to keep our body straight up. If we lean back, it's going to throw us off balance. And it's going to throw our weight backwards, okay? This one's going to be extreme force. We're not going light on this. This is someone either running at us or a threat coming towards us, basically. Exactly. So this is going to be, well, long contact coming closer, right? It's normally someone coming at us. We've done some 360 where we did, I think, some quick defense where if someone was coming at us, instead of blocking and striking at the same time, you can actually throw up your block, foot kick off, because if you know it's coming, you can get them to stop ahead of time. The most important aspect to this kick, and again, when we kick, we're going to be kicking with the ball of our foot, not the heel. Okay, if you try to kick with the heel, what it does is it forces your hips down and your foot higher, and it throws your whole upper torso back, right? So we want to kick with the ball. I mean, as flat as possible, but we are pushing with the ball. The most important aspect of this kick is your other leg, okay? The placement of your foot. When you do this, you want your foot to be almost 90 degrees to the target, okay? And what we're gonna do is like a two-stage process. We're actually going to plant this foot and then kick. Okay, so you can pivot on it, but by planting first, it gives you a platform to spark off and go into the back. Exactly. Try that. Hands up. Good. Hard. Breathe. Hands up. Elbows in. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Can't hear you. Good. Elbows in. Hands up. You go.
Okay.
Good. So now, when you're turning, a little bit more explosive. And it's okay if you land. Good. And make sure it's straight up and down. We're not going, even though we have our leg,
Right.
this leg turning, we're still kicking forward. We are not kicking sideways. Good. And imagine this person's coming at you. Right. Now to finish that off, towards me.
Okay.
Good. Now do it for real.
What?
Every time we do something from now on, we're gonna finish this off. So we're gonna continue to do our techniques, but we're not gonna do them just for the sake of doing them. We're gonna do them with purpose. That time was good because you hit me in the stomach, and I want you to do that. Just like when you breathe out, I breathe out too. Back up a little bit because we're gonna be from afar. Keep going, because I'm coming at you. Right. So from now on, every time we do a technique, you're gonna get me over.
And then?
You're going to finish me off. You're going to drop a hammer fist, drop an elbow, and then you're going to snap my neck. Eventually, we're going to do a couple options instead of snapping a neck.
Okay.
The important thing is, John, come here for a sec, please. When we do the neck snap from now on, John comes over, I knee him, he comes down, I hammer fist, I drop an elbow. Here's where I want you to go fast. Then I want you to slow down. Make sure you are standing parallel with him. Grab his neck, grab his chin, and that's exactly how I want you to do it. Not, I wasn't going slow, I wasn't going in slow motion. I want you to do it that way. Snap. Okay. So I'm coming at you. Foot. 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 Yep. Nope.
No?
No.
Aggressive.
You're just turning me like this. This isn't going to do anything to me.
Oh, okay.
Better. Wider. Stronger. Bend your knees. I want your whole waist, your whole body. Snap my neck. Better. Way better. Back up. Back up. Okay. Plant that foot. Better. Excellent. Out of the bag. That's fine too. That's fine too. But from now on,
There's no one there.
even when you're messing around,
Yeah.
none of this.
Okay.
When you're messing around, strike it.
Took me a minute to think of what to do.
Strike it. From now on, no more messing around. Only solid strikes. You got it. No.
Just finish the combo.
This isn't a strike we do. We don't do this. Only strikes we do. Anything you want, but something we train in. Take out.
Stop it.
Wait, foot. It's up.
Pivot.
Okay.
Anyone else want to go?
Go ahead, John.
Now,
Good.
when you do that,
Yep.
I always do it on my heel.
Okay.
I've always done it that way.
Yep.
Is that okay?
No. And the reason why is when we go with our heel, we're extending our leg completely. If you extend your leg completely, you don't have that extra push off if you want that.
So you're
push
just
off.
doing a teep.
What's that?
You're just doing a teep. You're just doing
I don't know what a
pushing
teep
back.
is.
So there's the straight kick,
Yep.
heel, and a teep is
Yeah.
just Muay Thai, just a
Right. Now we're doing in between. I want the flat foot on here.
flat foot.
Yeah, I want flat foot on there, okay?
Yeah, I like that.
But I want the option to be able to push off if you want to.
Yep. Alright.
Good.
You need to give me something.
Hit, hit.
Okay.
1, 2.
Okay. So, and that's fine, and that's fair, okay? That's totally fair. I'm literally taking you out of your comfort zone right now, on purpose, okay? So we're starting to learn these tools, right? Now we're gonna start to figure out, on our own, at a freestyle pace of what to throw what tool and when, right? So, I'm gonna decide what to do depending on where my stance lands, right? So if I kick and I land this way, well, I've got options. Maybe I want to throw an elbow. Maybe I want to reverse CRT. Maybe I want to, if I don't, if I come back, now I'm back out again. Maybe I want to groin, elbow, reverse CRT. If I want to throw a straight punch, elbow. Now it's just you can even go slow. You don't have to go fast. Think of 1 or 2 things to do after your kick to finish it up. And pick, choose. But just don't be casual about it. That's the only thing I care about. Whatever you choose, I don't care what strike it is, just don't be casual. Do it for real. And even if you want to go, and take that much time, that's fine. Just do it with purpose. Go ahead, John. Good. Better. Go ahead. Yeah, just rotate.
Oh, you used to that one.
Which one?
Just the hammer fist.
And again, and the reason we do a hammer fist first is because when I, and Bend over, please. When I kick and she goes over,
Yep.
I'm gonna be a farther distance away for the hammer, which I can reach farther.
Yep.
So I hit the hammer, then I can come in with the elbow.
Okay.
And by the way, we've been practicing. Originally what I said with the elbow was we want to hit with the bottom, right? I wanted you to do that to begin with because I want you to get used to getting low.
Yep.
Right? We are going to stab a little bit.
Yep.
Okay? It's not with the tip. We're not going straight down, but it is
Yep.
on this rounded edge. I just want you to get used to dropping low because we got to do a lot more of that in everything we do. Okay? All right. Let's do 2 more rotations. Devastating.
I enjoy it.
Person's in a lot of problems right now. Good.
I like that.
Good. One more. Hands up. Breathe. Okay. I like your little combo.
What'd you do on that? What was it?
Punch.
1, 2.
So she came around and then she did a side.
Oh, so 2, 1, 3.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Because I do like that kind of thing.
So the next thing too that we're gonna do is a low punch. Okay? Well, let's talk about the punch first. We need to get practiced with punching with these 2 knuckles. So from now on, when you're not in here, 2 things I'd like for you to start getting used to: hitting your hands. Hitting your hands all the time, like this, and with your knife edge. Here's your teeth, and with just these 2 knuckles. That's all you're hitting. And with this, you're naturally going to feel the strength it requires and the motion or the positioning it requires for you not to injure yourself. Because if you have your hand tilted one way and you start doing this, it's gonna hurt. And this way you don't hurt yourself on a bag or on something else. And if you have it cocked the other way, obviously, you're gonna feel it offline. So when you do this at home. And when you do this, you should be able to do this like you're holding an egg in your hand. You don't need to squeeze your hand to throw a punch. In fact, from now on, or not from now on, soon as we graduate through belt, we're not going to have a fist when we strike. We're going to have open palms, and you're not going to make a fist until about 3-4 inches from the target. And then as soon as you pull away, your fist is going to be open again. Okay? And even when we hit, our hands are going to be open like you have an egg in them. The only 2 that are going to be tight are these knuckles. And we need that. The importance of that is so that way we can make a last-minute fist when it comes to not knowing that an attack is coming. So we can do that real quickly.
Quick
Okay?
response.
Quick response, and it's only coming from these 2. So at home, goes for you 2, keep doing this in your hands. You know, and again, you'll feel it. You'll feel when you're doing it wrong. Okay? And try not to do it this way because this automatically causes you to bend your wrist. Try to push forward. Right, try to push forward. Exactly, try to piston it forward. So a lower punch is no different than a regular punch. The only thing is we got to get low. And you're going to do this in someone's gut, obviously, or sternum, right? Solar plex, gut. And you're still pivoting that back foot. And this is probably going to be a right. Okay, it's probably going to be a cross. I want to call it cross. I keep saying cross because it's easier. It's a straight punch, but with your right, with your power hand. And the nice thing about that is if I'm throwing strikes at you, and you're blocking these, and you're blocking these, and you're throwing your hands up, I might come in and throw one because I might be too close for a kick. Or I might not want to move my positioning back to be able to kick. And often when I'm going to do this, is I'm going to come in and move to the side. So a lot of times when we practice this, I'm going to move off to the side too, because it's just a quick hit and get out. And if I do that and it bends you over, I might also now re-enter from the side while you're bent over.
Right.
So try that. It's actually a lot more comfortable than it seems like it'd be. It's
Just dropping stance. And
you're
going.
just dropping. All you're doing is you're doing a straight punch with a squat. Right. Yep. You're probably more often going to do it with your right.
Yep.
Good. Stay squatted the whole time. Just one hit, and then move off to the side. Good. So, good. Now, the other thing too is do a couple of them, but when we do this, we're not going to walk up to them slow. We're going to be blocked, 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 and then we throw a low one. We're going to drop, we're going to punch, and then we're going to move.
Drop, punch, move.
Drop, punch, move. Good, good.
Can I do like a 1-2 before?
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, that's what you're going to be doing in real life. Good, good. That's really good. Absolutely. So yeah, yeah. And then move out of the way. Good. Good. Let me move this back a little bit so we minimize some of the noise from upstairs. Okay. Go back to the straight kick.
Straight kick?
Straight kick.
And then what, just finish it up?
Just straight kick and, no, just straight kick. Just do a straight kick. Okay, again, this is the most important thing. Think about this now. Instead of just turning, plant it. It's almost like you're jumping on it. Okay? Exaggerate it for now.
So you're squashing the bug?
Yep. No. You're not squashing the bug. Squashing the bug is a pivot. I want you to leave the ground, jump on it, and kick.
Oh, you actually...
Leave the ground, jump on it, and kick. Exaggerate. See a little bit difference?
Well, the only problem is I don't feel control in that.
I know, and I'm telling you to exaggerate it now.
Oh, okay.
Right, and we're gonna tone it back.
Yeah.
But that's the enthusiasm I want you to have with that pivot.
I'm afraid of breaking the bag.
Breaking the bag.
We broke your bag, sir, dude.
I've broken bags.
The Defense Department regrets to inform you that your bag is broken because your sons are stupid.
All right, go ahead.
So you really just want the same?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Good. Breathe. Loud. Scream. Good. Perfect. All right, now, I'm going to show you the defense against that. Okay? So, if you're doing a straight kick at me, okay? Right. Back up. I'm going to tell you to do the same thing in a second.
Yep.
Someone's coming at you with the straight kick. What we're going to do is we're going to defend right with the center of our arm. Okay? This arm right here, and this is where Alan really likes to use, right? I use a little bit more towards the wrist. That's where Near likes it. We're gonna range between the two, and that's fine. However, I do agree when we use the outside of our forearms to block, the center is the way to go. Okay. As soon as she's ready. There's no rush.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep
you want to bring it over here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So when John goes to kick me, I'm going to block my arm and move him to the side. Okay? So when he does this, he's actually going to come through and turn being facing the other way. Okay? From here, depending on where your positioning is, I'm going, you want to come?
Yes.
I'm going to go for the groin. Now, we haven't talked much about kicking from the groin from behind. It is just as effective, close to being just as effective as from the front. I'm going to kick them, and again, when I'm kicking them, I'm not trying to make contact with my foot. If I can, great. But I'm going to save that for if I'm farther away. Absolutely. Anywhere from the tip of my foot to my knee is fine for the groin. That's going to bend them over. And from here, again, I can hammer fist, knee, get around, and snap his neck.
Is he in the screen?
Yeah, come on over. So, with that, let's do that again. So he kicks, he lands. I go for the groin. Now, stay like that, turn around a little bit. Beautiful. So when I do this now, he might not get bent over. If he's not bent over, I kick for the groin, he's not bent over. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to kick him from behind the leg and grab his eyes and pull him down. So I'm going to kick him from behind the knee, grab his eyes, and pull him straight down.
Okay.
So when he kicks, one more thing, let me just show you the footwork. When he kicks, I'm going to use my arm and guide him out and move to the side of him. Then I can hopefully get him right here. From here, kick his leg in and grab his eyes. John likes that. It's kind of foreplay to him.
I think so.
Good. Yep, now grab his eyes and step into his leg. Good. You pull him back. Now, the only thing is,
Yeah.
when you're blocking his leg from the outside, make a fist. And this is where you want to move out, except with that arm.
The first one. Okay.
Right, but outside of your arm.
Okay.
Make a fist. So you want to step on the outside of him. Come at me.
Okay, and then go like that.
Look,
Oh, this way.
that way. Yep.
Okay.
To get to his dead side. Good. Okay, good. Let's bring out a mat. Again, we're gonna start having these mats out more and more and more and more.
Okay.
One good?
One's good.
Yeah, one's fine.
One's good. Let's put it up here so we can see.
Okay.
Kick. Good. That's good. Whatever it takes to get him down.
Okay.
Good.
I might.
Good. Good. All right, John, you want to do it to me?
Wait.
This hand,
Yep.
that forearm.
Alright.
On the outside.
I don't have a cup on.
Oh,
It's okay. Go ahead. Yeah. No,
that
that's
it?
right. Yep.
Do you wanna?
damn. Okay. You're gonna have to land
That
this
arm.
one. Yep.
Yep. So, when we do this kick to behind,
Yep.
if this is my person right here and they're facing the other way, the best way, in fact, I use this one. This one worked for me in real life.
Oh, the step.
Right. So, when we have, it's kind of hard to grab for the eyes,
Yeah.
especially if he's taller. Okay. If you have to grab on the neck, grab on the neck. The important thing is bringing them down. So now we have to decide what's going to be more effective to bring someone down. Grabbing their eyes and pulling backwards, or kicking them in the back of the leg. There's not really an answer.
Pulled him back and kicked his knee out.
If you can do that, absolutely. I think it's a little bit more helpful to grab for the eyes first, because that's where you feel like you want leverage before you kick to the leg. However, if you kick to the leg, it automatically brings the body backwards.
Right.
So sometimes kicking to the leg first, so turn around please. If I put my, no, back up. If I put my arms here and go, but then kick to the leg,
Right.
it puts his eyes right where my hands are, and then I've got something to grip, okay? When we do this, I'm not gonna be picky on which leg you decide to kick out and which leg you use to kick out that knee, okay? However, when the person's in front of us facing the same direction you are, right, and I'm behind them, it takes up less space, and when you're up against a wall in a crowd or in line in a prison, it's way easier to use the opposite leg that you're kicking. So if I'm gonna kick this guy's left knee and he's facing this way, I'm gonna use my right foot and I'm going to step into it. I'm literally gonna fall into it, opposed to kicking, right? And by doing that, it's pushing my entire weight down on that also. And it's impossible to recover from that. Okay, so if you have the opportunity, use that same one. Use that same, and come down with it with force. And you don't have to, I mean, just doing it on this mat, you can feel the power that that does. Now imagine that going onto your knee. Not only does the force behind your knee hurt, but your knee's hitting whatever surface it's landing on, which is probably going to crack a kneecap or do some damage on its own. Not to mention you're grabbing the person's eyes and ripping them backwards. So,
So when you do that, you're just, if you're here, it's just.
that's it. That's it. You have to turn your foot in a little bit. Yeah, you have to turn your foot in a little bit,
Yep.
and then kind of, and again, it's almost like you're falling on it.
Hold on. Let me just feel your, because that way I'll be able to.
Yep.
So you're here and then just falling in.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And you can actually scrape off the back of their inner thigh,
Yep.
and then run down into their knee,
Yep.
if you want to. Okay? Because the thigh or the calf back here is going to stop your foot from going any lower. Right? So it's more of a fall into than it is a kick. But do what you can. It depends on where your body is. don't reposition your body to get a better kick. This is
Then you're losing momentum.
exactly, and you're losing the element of surprise. This is you do what you can with what you got. In a perfect scenario, you can just literally play right into them. If not, you might have to do this leg. You might have to do your other leg to kick. Doesn't matter as long as you get some off balance. As we know from anybody ever standing in middle school, when someone comes up behind you and hits your leg, it knocks you out.
I still do it.
Right. It's right. It's almost as annoying as a flat tire. Right.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
true.
Uh,
Do you
All
think
right.
so?
Come here.
You
No,
should.
no, I should.
so we did that.
Hold on. Come.
You want to practice that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't turn around.
Keep practicing that for a minute. I'll be right back. Just move
I
over.
kick you.
Move over a little bit so the camera can see you. Go ahead.
So if I'm doing this, you're gonna move my leg out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't do it this way yet.
Okay. And then in between,
Okay. Yep.
and then from here, I'm just gonna kick your leg out.
Okay.
Does that feel right?
Yeah.
So, let's
Do
do
a
it
little
again.
more.
And then,
Okay.
well, let me switch legs on that one, because I'm hitting the right with the right one and come down on the left.
True.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels more powerful. Do that.
It definitely
Do that.
does.
Switch.
Which way? Which way?
Just so you can feel that step in.
Just so we're okay.
So,
Okay.
see, that's
Sorry.
effective. No, no, you're
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
But see what I mean? Hitting a different leg
Yeah, totally.
definitely has that feeling. Here.
Good.
That's all it takes.
That's
And
good.
that's just me holding your shoulders.
Yeah.
I
Oh, that's
didn't
good.
even grab your face.
Good.
And eventually we'll.
Okay. Nice. Excuse me. Next, we're going to talk about the Zwinger. Okay. The Zwinger is like the clothesline of the inside of your elbow. Okay. We can use this in several different ways. It's not a preemptive attack. You're never going to go up to someone and then just try to get into them and Zwinger. Okay, it's going to be when someone's moving their momentum to the side of you, right? Or I tune you up. Come this way. I tune you up. I'm doing something. I happen to get to the side of you, and now I'm going to go ahead and take you out. It's literally, you're using like a clothesline, except we're not going to do it here. We're going to do it in the crux of our elbow. Here's where it is the most effective. Can you stand on here, please?
Which way?
Great, face in that way. Okay, so when we push back on someone, okay, I'm pushing back on her, and yes, it's throwing her off balance, but if she steps back, she catches her balance. Come back forward. However, if I move her head back and push down, it crumples somebody really, really quickly. Okay, so the Zwinger really works. When I come up here, I'm going to hit her forehead, or try not to get her mouth because they can bite, but you can do that too. Get her forehead over and down. So when I do this, I'm going to bring her right down, and that's going to crumple her. It's going to fold her neck, crumple her, bring her right to the ground. Go ahead and practice.
Come here.
John, get on your knees. So she
Yeah.
can, yeah,
Okay.
get on your knees, please. There you go.
Sorry, this knee stand.
Mm-hmm. So, when he's there,
Like this.
well, yeah, but look how you're standing.
Right, I
You're
know, but I'm
standing
just
like you're
trying to
taking a
look.
picture.
Well, I want to see which way I'm supposed to hit him
Right.
first.
Uh-huh.
So like this.
Nope, because you're not standing right. And
Okay.
you can practice this all day long, but if you're not in the proper stance, this won't matter because you're going to have to adjust it. So you're going to be facing the other direction. You're going to be facing this towards me, right? Because you've moved to the side of him. Basically, right. And you're going to be real close to him, and it's almost like now, yeah, his momentum is going to be going forward because you're actually going to be pushing him forward a little bit too. Because once you push him forward, as you can see, if I push his back forward and push his head
Right.
back and down, it's really, really uncomfortable. Huh, John?
Like
Good.
that.
Yep. Right, but don't pull him into you. So,
Are you trying to go forward or down?
I want you to be able to move your body with the force of where you're trying to put him. Don't pull him You're not using your arm, you're using your hips, you're using your legs. All we're doing is using the crux of your arm now instead. Better. But you're falling over him. Don't fall over him. You're the one in charge. You need to maneuver his body to where you want it to go.
I don't know where I want it to go.
Down
So
and
if you
back.
gotta bring this leg back, you don't
Yeah,
wanna put it
see.
in front of me?
Right, you're blocking yourself off by putting your leg in front of him. You're also giving him an opportunity. You can step on the mat. Don't be afraid. It won't bite. Get comfortable.
Yeah.
And now you're throwing your whole body off balance. Excuse me. So I don't want you bending over, ever. The whole body, if you have to, your body gets low. My arm is never going to move from this position. I'm not doing this. My shoulder's not going to move. My whole thing, my whole body is going to be in one
So
solid
you're doing a
motion.
lunge.
Yeah, a lunge. Better. Absolutely perfect.
Okay.
His body didn't crumple the way we wanted it to, but your body was absolutely perfect. It was stiff, and everything was moved with your legs.
Okay.
Do that again, please. Good. Better. How's that feel, John?
No, it's right.
No, it's right.
No, it's right. Go ahead. Good. Now, instead of pushing them backwards,
Right.
try going back and down and straight down. But
Yep.
use your legs again.
Okay, I was just.
Uh-huh. How's that feel? I'm not asking a stupid question. I mean-
No, it's
Am I hurting
not
you?
pushing down,
Right.
but she's getting that motion down.
All right.
That was better.
Right. You want to exercise your neck out a little bit?
Like that?
That was good. No, I'm good.
Yeah. Before doing
I don't wanna
this,
hurt
neck
you.
exercises and neck warming
You
up
good?
is very, very important.
The reason that I'll fall so easily
Yeah.
is because the slightest bit of pressure not only will make you fall in real life,
Yeah.
but it's also I'm not going to try to fight.
Right.
Well, yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
exactly.
No. Absolutely. Fall. And not to mention, we're trying to practice with our partner. Your job is just as important right now as hers, because if you don't act the proper way, she's not going to know what force to put where.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so I want to go back and down.
Yeah. And when you do this, have your hand stiff, almost like a ZRT. Okay. So that way we're strengthening the muscles in our arm, and our arm is almost straight, just a little bent. Good.
That was better.
Good. And this time, as you do that, walk through them.
Okay.
Okay? You alright?
Yeah.
Let me know if you get, I'll switch with you.
I got you.
Walk through them, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and take one extra, as you're doing that, take one extra step with this leg to finish it off. Good. Now think about you doing this to the children. I want dessert. What do you want? Yeah, exactly. All right.
Strawberries for you, isn't it?
So
Push
this
down,
Okay.
this
I'm
is
going forward, not down.
though. Yeah.
Okay.
this is very difficult to do on someone that's taller than you. Stand up now. Now try. Right. Doesn't work, right? Even I have a
Well-
hard time doing this. You know, I'd have to even. It's uncomfortable almost for me. What you'll use this for is if we are battling. You tune him up. He gets down and he starts to get back up. Maybe he's on one knee, like he just was. There's a great way to drop him again.
Right. No. you're not
Okay,
getting
maybe
back
he's
up.
half stunned, whatever.
Okay.
You don't have a clear shot to the face. You don't have a clear shot to the groin. You know, and that's an easy way to drop him.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't care how big you are.
You elbow me, hit me with the hammer fist, and I go down.
Right.
Right.
And you're trying
That's
to get
exactly
back
how
up.
I'm going to get back
But
up.
sometimes he might not go all the way down. Maybe he just drops to one knee. That's where this is crucial. Because I don't care how big you are, your spine starts to get crunched, you go down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Nope, that's fair.
Good. So, you want to practice it?
Yeah. So it's here,
Yep.
right? And I'm facing this way.
Yep.
And all as it is coming with
Just
the
go
crux
slow. Yep.
And then.
Yep. And then
and down.
and down.
Right?
Right.
So it's just, is
Exactly.
that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then walk through.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, go.
That was not down, but I feel it.
Oh, that's better.
Yep.
Better.